Hello folks, my name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and today we have a breaking news story. This one comes courtesy of Breitbart.com, and it says the Supreme Court reinstates President Donald Trump's travel ban from Muslim-majority countries. It says that the Supreme Court of the United States announced Monday that it will review the lower court's injunctions blocking enforcement of President Donald Trump's executive order barring travel from 6 Muslim-majority countries. In a per curiam opinion, the court partially stayed the injunctions blocking enforcement of Executive Order 13780. So that's the travel ban, folks, and has been reinstated, but with some restrictions. They said, quote, "We now turn to the preliminary injunctions barring enforcement of 2C entry suspension. We grant the government's application to stay the injunctions to the extent that the injunctions prevent enforcement with respect to foreign nationals who lack any bona fide relationship with a person or entity in the United States. We leave the injunction entered by the lower courts in place with respect to the respondents respect to the respondents and those similarly situated as specified in this opinion." So what they're saying is that people that have family or any entity that's going to claim them on this side, that they can come through. But if a quote-unquote refugee has no family, no one that's going to claim him or claim her or claim them on the other side, then they can't come in. They're barred for 6 months. Okay, so the travel ban has been reinstated, but like I said, with just some tweaks and some restrictions. All right, it says the court wrote that the lower court injunctions, even accepting the First Amendment arguments against the order, are likely to succeed, went too far. It says that the injunctions reach much further than that. They also bar enforcements of 2C against foreign nationals abroad who have no connection to the United States at all. It says that the equities relied on by the lower courts did not balance the same way in that context. Denying entry to such foreign nationals does not burden any American party or reason of that party's relationship with the foreign national. The opinion also announced the court will consolidate the cases from the U.S. Courts of Appeals from the 9th and the 4th Circuit, Trump versus Hawaii and Trump versus International Refugee Assistance Project. So they're throwing away those two. Boom, out of here. The only thing that, like I said, the only restriction is that if a refugee is coming in with no one to claim them on the other side, they can't come in. Both cases found the executive unenforceable as a likely violation of the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment Establishment Clause because the lower courts held it was motivated by an attempt to disfavor Islam. So, what they were writing on the whole time was that President Trump didn't want to let him in because they were Muslim or because they were Islam. But that's not the way that the high court see it, obviously. It says the court had requested additional briefings from both parties in the case earlier this month, signaling that they would hear arguments on the case despite the court going out of its regular term this week. Arguments are expected to be heard when the court comes back in October. Attorney from the American Civil Liberties Union and the National Immigration Law Center are expected to face off against government team now led by Solicitor General Jeffrey Wall. It says that the government had argued in the new briefing that the injunctions had delayed the start of the date of the 90-day order. It says that this would allow the ban, which affects those coming in from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen, to remain valid despite having been issued in March. It says that a dissent from the per curiam decision written by Justice Clarence Thomas and joined by Justice Samuel Alito and Neil Gorsuch would have gone further and stayed the injunctions in their entirety. It says allowing the travel ban to go fully into effect immediately. All right. It says the executive order was the second issue in that matter. The first executive order, 13769, also included Iraq and immediately was subject to changes by its courts or by the courts. It says that the current order was tailored to address the concerns raised by those initial lawsuits, but soon was itself enjoined in both in the Fourth and the Ninth Courts. Finding the likelihood of plaintiffs would succeed of the First Amendment grounds, these court decisions to enjoin orders have therefore prevented enforcement of that order. So, one thing that I want to see real quick, it says a dissent from a per curiam decision written by Justice Clarence Thomas and joined by Justice Samuel Alito and Neil Gorsuch would have gone further and stayed the injunctions in their entirety, allowing the travel ban to go fully into effect immediately. Oh, okay. So it's going into effect, or I mean, it's already in effect. As of right now that you're hearing this, the travel ban is in effect, but like I said, there is some restrictions. It's not the whole travel ban in full the way that it was written. All right. So yeah, folks, that's basically what's going on right now. They're not going to hear arguments until October to see what's going to happen. If the travel ban needs to be rewritten, or if it's going to stay the way it is right now, which is just a partial ban. And what I mean by partial ban is that it's not a ban that is favoring some in a way, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But the thing is that if people are coming in and they don't have anybody to claim them, they still can't come in. So in reality, President Trump won. Okay. Now they just need to go to the arguments and make sure that the travel ban becomes a solid travel ban and not a partial one. Okay. So let us know what you guys think about this. And do you guys think that President Trump is going to win in the high court? You know, is he going to be able to get his travel ban the way that he wrote it? Or is it going to stay the way that it is now with some restrictions? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. Join us later on today. There's going to be a few streams. So, subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell and follow us on social media. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.